That's right. Welcome in the ring to each and every one of you, wherever you're joining us from this evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a privilege to have all of you here. Evelina Whitaker, we see you there, and Cheryl Glenn, we see you as well. First up, folks. Happy to have you all here. Happy Thursday. It's Thursday, the third day of what month we're in. October, folks. It's October. It's October. 3rd of October. Great to see you folks. Welcome, welcome. We're going to take the opportunity while you lovely folks gather around to share the live, to smash that emoji button. Folks, you all know how we do it. You all know what's up. You all know where we go from here. Good to see each and every one. We trust you guys have had a fantastic day. We're drawing down to the end of the week. Tomorrow it's Friday and we're into another weekend. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to the weekend. Abida, good to see you there. Lachman Aziz, good to see you as well. Where's Jamal Aziz? Good to have you here, Jamal. If you're in the background there and listening in, tuned and locked and loaded. Good to have you on with us, folks. Those of you who tuned in, locked in, you're running in, you're swimming in, you're flicking in. However you're in tonight, folks, however you're on the live, we're happy to have each and every one of you. Good to have all of you here, folks. Share the live. Smash that emoji button, good folks. Why don't you? Roxanne Odessa, we see you there. Cheryl Haywood, good to see you there as well. Claire Alexis Charmley Richmond, good to have you on the live as well, Claire. Diane Fordyce, we see you. Cheryl. Danet Booker is here too. Great to have you, Danet. Shauna Fortune. Is it Cecilia Clark? Good to see you, Cecilia. Good to have all of you. Wayne Cosnu is here too, and Karen Thorne. Good to have you. Erwin Don Cook says, respect and manners. Well, when y'all know Erwin, when Erwin touched down, well, y'all know it's now things start. When Erwin land, now we could start officially. Now we could start officially, folks. Now we can start officially. Great to have all of you on the line. Now we can say, I love this new drum roll. I love it. Yeah. Moving on in stages. Welcome, folks. Welcome. Good to have you all on the live. Wherever you're joining us from tonight, folks, it's our privilege. We are happy to be here to serve you, folks, to continue to give you all the valid and credible information. Welcome. One and all, folks, welcome to each and every one of you. We're happy and delighted that you folks are here with us. We got the fight card set, folks. We got it set. It's just a couple folks missing. The opener, let's start there. Our brother, Derek Bastio, fantastic counselor from Region 6. And also, he's one of the Deputy General Secretaries of the Alliance for Change. He said at a meeting quite recently, over the last weekend, a bottom house meeting there on the quarantine, that even PPP supporters are suffering. That's what Derek says. Even the PPP supporters finding things tough and hard. Share the live, folks. Smash that emoji. Over to you, Derek.
Life under the PPP is difficult even for PPP supporters, says a councillor of the Region 6 Democratic Council.
Don't think that it's only Africans they are trying to buy votes. They're going to buy back the same Indian votes right in Port Moran, Babujan. Trust me what I'm saying. If you go to Babujan right now, the poverty level there, right? Go to Port Ordinance. Kids 8 to 14 in the trenches 2 o'clock in the morning catching cricket to sell.
He said that discrimination extends to the rice farmers and to the cattle farmers of the quarantine.
The rice farmers, the cattle farmers, right? Zulfikar Mustafa in 5274 NDC. He had 5 excavators and over, and it's all recorded. I was there 12 miles in the back dam, and I see that I got videos. I brought it up to the RDC. The regional chairman there, all he want to do, give everybody in his side, 20 of them, right, a lollipop to sit in the corner.
He said that the cash crop farmers are also being made to suffer.
In Blackbush, the Water Users Association had problem. They are ducking everything. I went to a meeting in Newmarket School in 63. The first thing when Zulfikar Mustafa saw me, the Ibasi come broke up my meeting. I said, this is not your meeting. This is the farmers' meeting. So my brothers and sisters, I am here to tell you the truth that what these guys are doing, they are doing to their own too.
The cane farmers are no exception. 2 Rosal County estate workers were fired. The sacking was the result of the information on the disappearance of 240 tons of sugar. The government had claimed that the disappearance was a documentary error.
They're throwing away sugar. They're throwing away molasses. Where they could take that same molasses and give it to the cattle farmers. At least a gallon, so their stocks can survive. Right? You know how much suffering is happening in Blackbush with the rice, the paddy bugs, and they are ducking it. Just recently, all the pesticides that they're giving, European market refused our rice from Guyana. They are not telling the people that.
Yep. Sufferation. Thank you so much, Derek Basio, Councillor and Deputy General Secretary of the Alliance for Change. One of the two. It's two. Derek is one of our Deputy General Secretaries, and then we have Beverly Alert is the second Deputy General Secretary. And Derek talks the things. Derek don't talk with what in his mouth. You all know how we say it in the vernacular. He don't talk with what in his mouth. Fires of the PPP, folks, every day. Fires of the PPP. What else on the fight car tonight? What else on the fight car? Y'all remember spy equipment? Huh? Y'all remember triangulating computers? All associated with Ramsamy. Yeah, Leslie Rams. Y'all remember those days? Oh, the people would want you to forget those days. Your boy Ramsamy. He only fight car tonight. Your boy Jack Newty boss. He only fight car tonight as well. Then Saturn events, Hurricane Helene. Folks. Yeah, we can talk about that. And your meters. We can just get some meters. Them boys want make money off for y'all, you see. They can jet them meters, you know. Like, I don't know if I want to change my meter. I don't know if I want to change my meter. That's all I can tell you all. But good to have each and every one of you on the line. Here with us tonight, folks. Piling in already. Victoria Singh, Lannis Bias, Sheena Hazel, Orwin Dodd is here too. Spy Equipment Sammy, Ram Sammy. Andrew Griffith is here with us too. Sherman Roberts is here. I see Sharon Castello Edwards, Michael Reed, and Leon Logan, Eva Mantis. Lots of folks with us this evening. Yep, and we're happy and we're thrilled. Thank you so much for joining us. And let's begin here. Let's start a little further afield. Then we can circle and come in for landing. Marcia Savage and Jerry Savage, 74 years and 78 respectively, died embracing each other when a tree fell on their bedroom during Hurricane Helene. This is in South Carolina, Beach Island, South Carolina. Our thoughts and our prayers with their family. They're telling us that Hurricane Helene took over 200 lives. This is a deadly storm. They've been married, the Savages, for over 50 years, and they were just visited moments ago. This disaster befell them by their grandson, John Savage. Right? No sooner that happened, tragedy. Folks, you know, some people believe you could die before your time. And then some people believe the other side of that is that you could have it no other way. You know, disappointed. The hour, the minute, the second, the nanosecond. Our thoughts and prayers died holding each other during this terrible, terrible storm. Our thoughts and prayers with the Savages. Our thoughts and prayers with them. Haiti got some problems. As if you didn't know. Haiti got some problems, folks. Is it Sharon Castello Edwards, Fratia Phillips we seeing there, Siobhan and Orwin and Leslie Hamilton? Is it you? Waveney Doris, Wendy Stevens? Good to see so many friendly folks on the line tonight. So that's just some of what we're following, folks. A little bit of what we're following internationally. As we say, we come back now into the region. Haiti got some trouble. Listen to what they're telling us about Haiti. You know, you got all the gang violence and so on. Haitians see a good day, a quiet day in a long time. Now, according to a report, Save the Children report, that's the name of the report, Save the Children, 1 in 6 children in Haiti facing emergency food insecurity. Right? They said this kind of a classification is just one step from the famine. One step from famine. Emergency food insecurity. I know some of you all watching me tonight probably saying, I did right there. I did right behind them. As you folks know, this country has been embroiled in social and political turmoil with escalating violence among armed groups around the capital, Port-au-Prince. Yep. This conflict, they tell us, has displaced 700,000 people. Folks, it's like the whole country here displaced. One day we got 450, next day we got 750. That's like the whole country of Guyana displaced. Could you imagine that? Could you fathom that? But Haiti got so many millions of people. One might think 700,000 is a small amount, but that's the whole population here, resident in Guyana. Of course, we got about 800,000, they tell us, Guyanese who live in the diaspora. Our thoughts and prayers are with our Haitian brothers and sisters too. Our thoughts and prayers are with them. Never an easy day. Never an easy day. Your person of faith, I encourage you. Pray for our Haitian brothers and sisters. Why the emojis looking so 10? Smash that emoji button for us, good folks. You find any value in our program. Please and thank you. Now, thoughts and prayers again with our Haitian brothers and sisters. What's happening with Santoki? So, the vice president during his press conference today, thanking and rather congratulating the Surinamese for their bold strides with the oil and gas. So they're poised to work with the Surinamese and to become a partner with them, such and so forth. I don't know if I want partner with the Surinamese. Suffice we get through with the, what do you call it, the fishing licenses. How are they going for we? I don't know how I could trust Santoki on big things like oil and gas, if on small things like the fishing licenses, we're still waiting. How can we trust Santoki? How can we trust him? But that being said, the issue of the fishing licenses came up. You all remember when Santoki came to Guyana? We gave him a big state visit. Millions of dollars expended. For what? 150 fishing licenses were supposed to be granted to our fishing men, our fishermen, fisherwomen, our fisher folk. That was about 3 years ago. Nothing on doing. This is so emblematic of the PPP, brothers and sisters. Oh, they love a photo up. Any place camera there, they there. Anywhere cameras be, they be too. So while supporting the recent energy pursuits, the old vice president says he remains committed to a joint natural gas development and shared infrastructural projects with his neighbors. He said there's a need there's a need for collaboration with Suriname on gas, noting the significant reserves found near the border. That's what he said. Suriname has a recent 10.5 billion investment in what it's called Block 58 oil project. And this is by two companies managing this, Total Energies and one called APA. As I said, before I lose the thought, the vice president was asked, after the big Tanale, you all had to have a state visit, millions spent. Whatever happened to the fishing licenses? You know, sometimes it's the small questions that trip you up. Sometimes it's small questions.
What's going on with our 150 fishing license from Suriname? Are we giving up on that? Are we still pursuing it?
It's utterly disgusting. And you know my views on that. The last time I said it, I got into, they were not very happy when I said what I had to say. I've not changed my opinion that that system is very opaque. Let me moderate what I said the last time. It's a very opaque system. And the Surinamese government has been has not been courageous enough to address it in a manner that would be consistent with good neighborliness.
What's going on with our
Yep, that's what he said. That's what he said. So it's not just us, right? We don't like the things he say. The Surinamese don't like the things he say. The Trinidadians don't like, you know. If it was just us, you see, we can say it's our own disposition. But if we don't like the things he say, the Surinamese don't like the things he say. The Trinidadians, he gonna get a problem. After a while, the problem is Jack Neo. After a while, the problem is Big Head. Got to be. It got to be. But as we're in oil and gas, as we're in oil and gas, you know, I don't know how the reporters that we have sit through this 2.5 hour press conferences. It's like Jack, you're reading the whole newspaper. It's like you're reading article by article. And they sit down there and pretend that this is a real press conference. Right? So, Country News carried a story this morning as we're in oil and gas, where former Prime Minister, now Ambassador Samuel Hines, says that Ghana shouldn't really complain, Guyanese rather, shouldn't really complain about the contract, the PSA of 2016, the production sharing agreement. We shouldn't really complain. He said we should rejoice that we get a little bit because we don't have the capacity as a country to absorb large sums of money. So we should be happy that we're getting pittance. That's what former Prime Minister, long pause, Sam Hines said. Well, Vice President Barack Jack Neo, he was asked to comment on this in the press conference. Jack Neo response, folks, I kid you not, it is one for the books. It is one for the books. This is political speak, but I'll speak to you plainly on the other side of it. He's responding to the question about what Sam Hines said, that we should be grateful for the little that Exxon giving us.
Sam has a big head like mine, and he is a very cerebral person. Let me tell you something if you don't know about Sam. Sam is a person who honest to the bone and very thoughtful. And he will think through things, like he will talk things through in the public domain. So I suspect what he is talking about, I've now read what he said, is about the issue of the Dutch disease. I think that's what he would probably aiming to deal with, and which is a big concern of this government too. A big concern. The Dutch disease is a concern. But when he speaks, you must see this as an honest kind of public discourse, allowing his thought patterns to explore all the ideas. And that's how I see it. He has been, when I was president, he was one of the solid voices for reasoning, looking at every option when we were there. And you need people like that. who will not be blinkered and think that they know everything. People like Sam, they would just make sure that every alternative is at the table. So I have great respect for his opinion, etc. I don't know the context in which he made those remarks, but clearly, so far, the oil resources are just a fraction of our total expenditure.
Yeah. Welcome back, folks. I have never seen Jack Dio train for an answer like that. He was constipated. Oh, Sam, I think up to today, Jack had forgotten Sam Hines as an ambassador to the US for us, to Washington. Up to today, Jack had forgotten about Sam. Oh, Sam, what do you say about a man like Sam? You know, he was about at one point to say, Sam is smart. And he held back there. Oh, Sam, you know, when you got to start an answer with, you talk with one of your ambassadors, and you got to start a response with, oh, Sam head is big like my own. I'm probably just as empty, clearly, from his answer. He was contradicting the government. He was contradicting. The government would like you to believe we get so much from oil and gas. They're doing so much. Sam said, yeah, baby, thankful for the little, because you can't handle the fullness. You see? You better be thankful for the small things, because you can't handle big things, you know yourself. Sam. What do we say about a man like Sam? Oh, Sam is a free thinker. Listen to me. Certain ambassadorial postings is when you're at the end of your road. They send you to the IPA, the IPU. They send you to the EU. They're disrespectful to those countries, of course. They're disrespectful to those organizations, of course. They send you to Washington. You know, Washington is like the pasture. You see, oh, Sam, it's only because Sam at the end of the road, you know, that you're willing to him. Oh, Sam, he had big like me. We don't know what we say sometimes. We just talk. That's what we really meant to say. We just talk. Yeah. What a press conference. What a press conference. Well, the Trinity's vexed with y'all. I want y'all to know that. Former Commissioner of Police of Trinidad and Tobago. He is now head of a political party. National Transformation Alliance. I'm just happy he didn't see Cham's comments. Just left me with the national embarrassment. There was a blackout at Providence Stadium. Don't let me add Sam to the mix. I'm begging you all. Don't let me do it. So Gary Griffith, he is the National Transformation Alliance, NTA head. He's the president. He's the leader of this political party in Trinidad and Tobago. And he has come out calling for the CPL series to head back to Trinidad. He said we had the chance. Former Commissioner of Police. He said we had the chance and we messed it up. In a long letter to the CPL people, he cited the recent organizational failures in Guyana. That's the blackout he's talking about, for those of you who don't know. The NTA political leader, Gary Griffith, also highlighted security issues. I didn't know somebody get beat up. A spectator was assaulted at this match. Y'all don't tell me these things. And of course, he highlighted, underlining bold in red, the power failure during that critical playoff match. Right? He highlighted all of these as critical problems, undermining the event's credibility in Guyana. When a senior figure in Trinidadian politics like Gary Griffith come out for war with y'all know y'all have embarrassed us royally. Charles Ramson resigned as yet, good folks? Has Charles Ramson resigned as yet? The trainees want back the cricket by them. The trainees want back the cricket by them. Fires of the PPP, folks. Fires of the PPP. While we were on last night, y'all didn't tell we the CID storage facility was on fire. Well, we know that now. A fire broke out, they tell us, at the Criminal Investigation Department compound in Georgetown around 1827 hours yesterday. The fire service, according to the report, quickly, you see, this term now is a loaded term. Quickly, or is a relative term. It mean different things to different people. Quickly dispatched the team, because according to Jaguar, Sam is moved quicker. Dispatched a team of 12 firefighters. I like how they name these things. 12 firefighters and 15 trucks. And then they name all the firefighters. So the team was led by Section Leader King, Section Leader King, who extinguished the blaze. Right? They arrived at 1827 hours. The blaze was extinguished at 1834 hours. Quick. They said the fire affected a single-story concrete structure used as a storage facility, previously known as the identification room. I wonder what is in the room they were trying to get rid of. They said the contents were destroyed in this room, but there were no injuries reported. I wonder what was housed in this room. What of importance? The 60 million, the 80 million? Was that the room that came in the 80 million? Is that the room that I keep the 80 million in? We're going to find out. We're going to find. GP say you're going to change your meter by October month 10. Upgrade your prepaid meters. Who paying for it? A lot of guys are asking, okay, you want it to upgrade. Who paying for it? They said this is a mandatory upgrade, which is meant to comply with international standards. Since when we're about that? The people whose copy textbooks, wantonly. Since when we're about international standards? Yeah. So they're trying to improve GPL service. This means apparently you can get more power and less blackouts. Right? So they're transitioning to the latest version of the standard transfer specification. This means something to somebody at GPL, but clearly they don't mean anything this time. We just want consistent power. That's all we want. If we change the meters, we still get them blackout. What's the point? What's the sense? We wasting money, man. Huh? We're not wasting money. People say don't come wrong them funny. don't come wrong them funny. I ain't telling you all. I'm just talking about Ramsamy. Look, sorry now. Ramsamy has been accepted as a permanent International Parliamentary Union representative. I don't know what that's supposed to mean in international affairs, but because I know the International Parliamentary Union, I think I know Ramsamy, but I thought never the twain shall meet. This is now we shining hour. This is now the best moment here on the world stage. So he presented his credentials. Yep. To the let me see what we have here. To the Secretary General rather of the IPU, the International Parliamentary Union, one Martin Chung or Chigon. Yep, y'all try with here. Y'all try with it. We can say y'all let me outline the whole thing. The whole thing. Spy equipment and all. Spy equipment and all. And before we go into the other story with the New Amsterdam consular, the old boy Jagdio come out batting for her today. Well, might as well be going to it. Came out batting for her during that press conference. They said nobody ain't gonna run the battery on their consulars. Right? Nobody ain't gonna intimidate their consulars. I said, well, look, story here now. When the shoe on the other foot, you know how it feel. Huh? When the shoe on the other foot, he said his party will not allow his consuls to be suppressed or bullied. But being bullied, the PPP, no, but being suppressed and but being bullied, no. He not in these words, folks. He did not utter these words. That's what the fella said. They will not be bullied. What else I can tell you? What else I can tell you? As we had a press conference of the General Secretary of the PPP, or Vice President, the PPP serious about corruption? They're serious about corruption? Jack, you today talk about some regional engineer who got his hand in 2 cookie jar. He said the man got a choice. I thought when you find people double dipping, You got to take action. Huh? It's action the New Amsterdam Town Council taking because of fed up a trim. Fed up a trim. It's action they're taking. He said, ain't taking it, sir. I wonder where they're going from here. I wonder where they're going from here. Because these are the folks who have not, what do you call it, have not reinvigorated, they have not reoperationalized. That's not the word. Reconstitute, that's the word I'm looking for. The local government commission. So I don't know if he gonna usurp all the function and say, Carol, girl, you don't recognize no 3-month suspension. You go back and sit down right there. I can see Anil saying, like when he said after the Chief Justice ruled that they had 2 parliamentary secretaries squatting in the National Assembly, and let's say, me get time with she. We can take a chair, we can put it right to the side by the main chair where you used to sit down. He said that. She said they were sitting illegally in the National Assembly. And let's say, well, let them sitting illegal in that seat. We can take another seat and put it right next door. So I don't know if Jack New York said, Carl, God, you carry your own seat. If they ain't giving you a seat, you carry your own seat and you sit down in the council. There's another sober upon we here. There's another Chase Green. My God. My God. But in this press conference, I had the cause to wonder, is Bharat serious about corruption? Is he serious about double dipping? Or are they just condoning? Huh? You keep seeing some egregious things and no action is never taken. You all see the excesses of Shitix. You see the excesses of Ramson. You see the excesses of Dharmlal. And you're always saying, oh, we're strong on this, on morality, on religion. Oh, we're very strong on corruption. Where? Where? Enter Exhibit A. He said it's strong on corruption. They have spotted corruption. Exhibit A.
One visit to Region 8. Last week, we got a number of things. One engineer there in the region, he just bid to the, so he's based in Madhya, and then put in a bid through the public process, an open bidding process, but through MPTAB, and got a contract for $28 million because they just look at whoever had the best bid. But this guy is also the regional engineer. He didn't come through the regional system. He went through an open public tender and submitted a bid. But he got a bid for work done in Madhya itself. Now, if you're based an engineer and you're based in Madhya working for the RDC and you're the contractor for a project in Madhya, people wouldn't care, oh, it's NPTAB that gave that and you participate in an open bid. This is the kind of conflict I spoke of. So he now, I think he has a choice. It's either he gave up one of the 2 roles. I think he has a choice now. You either want to be a contractor or remain working as an engineer with the government. You can't be both and working in the same community in which you're the engineer, even if you bid through another agency and not the region. And we've had a number of other things exposed there, and we're addressing them. This came to our attention.
Yep. Welcome back, folks. I don't know if you heard that correctly. I don't know. He said he know the man got a conflict of interest. He know the man double dipping. He pull a fast one. He go through the region. He went higher. But he still will have to supervise the contract because the contract is in the region. He has a conflict of interest. We're strong on corruption, but he ain't got to decide. It's criminal. It's criminal wrongdoing, but he ain't got to decide. I ain't getting involved. Right? This is like when Irfan called Damlal and ask him if he wants to go on some leave pending this investigation. He will have to decide. This engineer, they got the handy cookie jar and I get involved in all these little things. Y'all, this is madness. And those reporters still on the press conference and they don't go follow up, you know. You know, somebody else is like, hold on, here. I mean to interrupt you. Big Sahib. Right? But let me get some feedback. I mean, he got decide. Huh? You're strong on corruption or you're condoning corruption? This regional engineer is whose son? Right? Is whose son? Is who he's sleeping with in the government? He ain't got to decide. He's the man is the regional engineer who bidding for contract, you know, in the region that he ain't got to supply, that he ain't got to supervise. In the region, even if he ain't got to supervise the contracts. His proximity to the contracts that he got is a conflict of interest. He said, he ain't got to decide. Right? Darrell got to decide if he want to rape little girls or he want to be minister. We get it. Right? He got to decide. We get involved. Then the come and say, I called him and I asked him, would you like to stay as a minister? This is madness. This is madness. He got to decide though. We caught him. It's a conflict of interest. We're strong on corruption. But he got in his own deliberate judgment. Right? He's fit and proper to decide for himself. You can be a contractor. Right? What if he doesn't decide in 5 years? What if he takes 10 years to make up his mind? You know? What if? Folks, this is madness. I'm telling you, the man's press conference is going through the whole of Starbucks newspaper. And they keep picking out items. Oh, I see the talking about contracts here. Last week, I see this contractor in Region 8. Right? He skipped through. Oh, AFC, this one, Nigeria, conflict of interest, another conflict of interest. This one, Nigeria. He flipped through some more paper. Oh, this one, Kati here. This one, Kati. Video maker, let me tell you about them. He flipped through some more paper. Oh, in 1992, when we come in, you see this page here, mark page 9 in Starbucks News. It reminds me, in 1992, right, when we come in, we didn't see a lot of things we didn't report, you know. That's the press conference. This is madness. Bharat Jagdeo, this is madness to the highest degree. You know, my God. My heart goes out for these reporters / journalists. You know, you got to make a phone and eat a bread. You ain't trying for what you call her? What's the young lady's name from Vice News? You ain't trying to be no superstar, right? You're just looking to see when the next meal coming from. You're just going along. You never interrogate. He try to embarrass you. He got critics there ready for bust your hair open and guy looking like Chucky, right? This thing is madness. Last week press conference, I see Shutix assaulting a female reporter, talking about the nonsense this girl from Kaitro News is right in the press conference, and the vice president just smiling. No one get the damn head boss. The vice president just smiling through. This girl here from Kaitro News, what do you think about her reporting? How do you know this press conference, though? The press conference, you're supposed to shoot the questions to the head table, not about people in the room. What do you think about this one named Duncan here? Eh? How much you got in the bank account? But when you're going, you look, you must left something. We got to procure the solar stuff. When you go, you'll see. This one then is say, what do you think about here in the article that he write? Isn't that kind of a kind of a media suppression? You got a big bully in there judging you where you're right and where you ask what question. Oh, this one from Kaiju News, she come back with the same question again. I'm surprised none of the vice president allow that. Because y'all know how big head story go. Right? He like Sam Hines, head big and empty. It's all them R's knocking around in their whole day. That's why you're out here talking nonsense. Contradicting your own government. Shut your damn mouth, man. It's foolishness. Foolishness. But that being said, folks, look, high income country, biggest, largest GDP and all that, fastest growing economy, and be killing people in this country now. Be killing people in this country. So a pensioner lost his life. All the comments I saw, tributes, said he was a beautiful soul. You know, just mending his garden around his home. Bees overtook him. That's what his wife said. Bees overtook him. 70-year-old pensioner. Mike Coney lost his life. Just like that. Woke up one morning and then that's it. Woke up one morning and then that is it. Folks, the other issue we want to touch on before we wrap up, the issue of the Chinese supermarket. You know, I got little in my blood. My great-grandfather, Mr. Chung, came from Hong Kong. You all know the whole story. Great-grandmother was a hot girl, right? And all that. But there have been consistent complaints. You saw a letter with 50 or 70 businessmen writing, talking about the unfair competition, the unlevel playing field. Right? Somebody's pumping money clearly to my brothers and sisters for them to be opening these big establishments. Something is up here, right? Savitri ain't got reserves like that. Tom ain't got reserves like that. How you gonna compete? How you gonna compete? There must be something we could do to help our compatriots. Right? Y'all can tell me Mayor was a prophet? When Mayor say y'all gonna be tenants in your own country? This when you come out here for tell me? Deputy was asked this question in his press conference. The only time he danced better was on the Sam Hines question. If you see dance wrong the place, half an hour, ever learning, but he coming to the knowledge of the truth. Our guy needs saying genuinely, we don't have a problem per se on any other day. Right? But you between two streets and 6 men competing with you, how are you going to compete on that scale? Right? Where you going to go? Small business? They got a 500-page application for you to get a grant for 100,000. You don't even know if you can qualify for it. Right? By the time you done fill up the 500 pages for access, for got the application in, right? The 100,000 going to North Tannic. Because you're going to be 1 inch outside of insanity when you're done with that. So we saw a number of businessmen, right, saying, look what's happening here. We saw Mabaruma the other day, businesses complaining. And more recently, we saw on at Magdum, I think it is, Houston, right? Indo-Guyanese, Afro-Guyanese, after a long time, together on an issue. I mean like that, like we don't come together. You all know what I mean. Right? One Guyana, one blackout, one struggle. Saying it hurting us. Right? But you see the problem with all of we don't have any living room. We don't have any living room with Sue, who gets all the support because he on the private sector side and I on the government side. We don't have any living room. I'm not saying do anything that's unfair, break any international law, but it must be something we could do. You could tell me, we could get laws in the book that says within a certain radius, you could only get 1 rum shop. You could only get 1 church, 1 masjid. But 500 other supermarkets could come and crush me And you could tell me that's right. Yeah? If that's right, scrap the whole Constitution. If that's right, tear up the Bhagavad Gita, tear up the Bible. If that's right. People are saying they're hurting. Scores across this country. I've called a couple of instances. Jack Ronald to say, I talk with 5 people. Right? Some pro-business, you got one he might be. For small businesses, I don't know. But I talk with 5 business. He dance. Then he say, once they break no law, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I'm not saying to exhibit no kind of phobia, Chinese phobia, or big business phobia, or what have you. But to God, we can be tenants in your own country for true. Are we? Are we? The closer, folks. All your voice, President.
We are seeing that there are small vendors who are complaining that the Chinese businesses at the supermarkets are pushing them out of business. How does the government plan to balance Chinese presence with the Guyanese businesses, especially the smaller ones?
I spoke with about 4 persons, and they recognize that you can't stop a foreigner once they get access into the country, because we don't have restriction on foreigners or foreign companies establishing business in Guyana. There's no restriction on it. And it's hard to put a restriction based on nationality. So we can't say, oh, the Chinese can't open business here. Only it's reserved for Canadians, or Americans can't open business here. It's reserved only for people from India or some part of the world. You can't place restrictions of that nature or on opening business based on nationality. It would not only be against WTO, but it would run you into a very difficult foreign policy situation. So the people who are claiming competitive disadvantage recognize that. However, they're saying that they do not have a level playing field, and they have a point there. They argue that sometimes these companies bypass regulatory approval, and the regulatory agencies don't hold them accountable for the laws of Guyana. So they put up a building that breaches the building permits. No ventilation there on the building. They will get a visit from the inspector, and who says, oh, to sell pharmaceuticals here, you have to have proper ventilation. But next door, there is a Chinese company selling pharmaceuticals that has no ventilation whatsoever. They're not applying the law uniformly. Secondly, they said that these Chinese, to get permit, so if you're selling different things like alcohol, you can't sell it where in a supermarket without getting the requisite permission. You need separate permits to sell different things. So that some of the Chinese entities, if you go in, they sell everything under the sun without the requisite permits. And they are held accountable now for getting permits and limited by the regulatory authorities in what they can sell. So they claim a disadvantage, because they say, if a person goes in to, I'm selling beer, but you go to buy, say, nails at a store, like one of these sell-all stores. But if the beer is selling right there, you're not going to leave the place where you're buying the nails from and then come over to my place to buy the beer. You'll buy it just there because it's convenient. but they may not have the approval to sell the bid. So they're claiming disadvantage there too. They claim that on the GRA does not pay the careful attention for payment of VAT and other things, like, or hold them accountable for paying VAT and other taxes that they have to pay. So we've made it clear to the regulatory bodies, you have to enforce the law uniformly.
That's what we keep saying. Oh, we tell the regulatory body, but they do nothing. He don't want them to do nothing because it suits their purpose for Sue to keep handling all the arrangements. It suits their purpose. Why is when it's only concerning our people and keeping us down? Oh, we got these international things. Santoki, you know, we got some international agreements too and so on. You got to live up to with them. Licenses? Why is there any small man who keeps getting trampled all the time? All the time. And he dance like that for another 5 minutes without saying, this is what we'll do or what could be done or what have you. Dance. Wrong and wrong in circle, like a big wheel. Yeah. Better, folks. Lies ahead. Cricket on tonight. I heard them boys at Jagger bowling. Spin. Cricket play tonight. Bowling. Spin. Sam Hines' head. Big like mule. And empty too. Madness, folks. That's going to do it for us this evening. That's going to do it. Hey, y'all listening to your business on social media and other places. y'all like problems now. Some of y'all like dramas now. I know it's not everybody. Some of y'all like dramas now, folks. Smash that emoji button before you go. Share the broadcast as well so that others continue to get the valid and credible information, folks, and prepare to partner with us on our project to procure some equipment for us to go solar. We're fed up with GPL. Fed up with GPL. Fed up. Right? Be prepared to help us at the appointed time. Dancer time, good folks. And that's it. Thanks for joining us. Dancer time. I think that's the last man. Have a fantastic evening. I see Camille and Lyndon, Marilyn and Avril, Jamal. You finally on the line. Marcus and Donette, Marilyn. I see Desiree, Carlton, Raquel Gentle, Auntie Sandra. Good to see you as well. We're going to see you guys right back here on the next one. Thank you so much for being here with us this evening. Stay safe.